Was he a goddamn asshole? What the fuck is he doing?
I hate the world today.
Kate, do you know this song?
Yeah.
Do you know what? You recognize it without even the chorus, right? It's a popular song. Mm-hmm. Could be one of the most popular songs in the 90s. I mean, right?
One of, yeah.
Yeah, here,
I mean,
let's
like, I
try
feel like
this-
I heard it all the time.
Yeah, it was everywhere. It was ubiquitous.
And this was like, they would always mistake her for
Who?
Alanis.
Let's take in the hook.
Everything.
I'm a bitch.
I'm a child. I'm a mother. I'm a
So, this is the premium episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun piece of information. We get to see who subscribes to the podcast, and one of the subscribers to the premium episodes is Meredith Brooks. I think.
I think
am-
it could be not the same Meredith Brooks.
Well, here's the thing. I was doing some internet stalking of the real
Sleuthing.
Meredith Brooks. Stalking
Brooks.
books. Meredith Brooks. I like to fucking read, man. Where is that? Oh, it's too quiet. Anyway, so
my God.
well, here's what I found. The Meredith Brooks that subscribes to this podcast,
Yeah.
is from Oregon, like I think a suburb of Portland.
Okay.
And guess who lives in a suburb of Portland? The Meredith Brooks.
Brooks.
The
one who sings this song.
Yeah. So if you're Meredith Brooks and hey, you know what? If you are that person, Meredith Brooks, shout out. Thank you for
And
subscribing.
thank you.
Yeah, big thank you. But also, if you're not the Meredith Brooks,
That's okay too.
text
Still
me.
thank you.
Text us 910-557-2871. We'll talk to you on the show. We'll interview a Meredith Brooks on the podcast. How does that sound?
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
I mean, that's only if they want to, obviously.
Yeah, we're not gonna force you, Meredith Brooks.
Yeah.
We're not gonna ask you to perform your song.
And we have to have consent.
Yeah, consent. Let's take this in. Kate, I didn't want to really record a regular episode this week.
Yeah.
Just a lot going on. Very busy week. Your family's in town. I had some stuff going on. That's pretty wild. So I think, I got a lot I want to talk to you about this episode.
I'm ready for
You
it.
ready? I want to talk to you about. This is the word of God as spoken through me.
Okay,
the
Warren.
prophet. Please sing with me. We watched what's that called?
Keep sweet, pray and obey.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean, what happened is not good.
Yeah.
The content on Netflix is fucking wild. And we didn't talk about it. We looked at each other, but after we get into, we're gonna play the intro, and I want to talk about the tapes.
Oh.
Because the
recordings
yeah,
they
here
found?
we'll talk about it. There's the I could put a fade on that. I'm just thinking about that now. I can make that fade down instead of having to wait the whole time. Anyway.
It's okay.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to How to Become a Terrible Person Premium. You have paid $2 for this. Welcome aboard.
Hola.
So, Warren Jeff's not a cool guy. I think the world has figured out. I think the world figured it out a while ago.
Yeah, like when they busted him.
Busted his ass in his Mountain Outfitters t-shirt.
God.
Okay. So Warren Jeffs is not the founder of the FLDS church, but he is one of the prophets.
Son.
Yeah, he's like the son of the main guy. And he became the prophet when his dad died. He is a polygamist. He built this place called Zion, and he took all the kids from the community, which had like 500, 600 kids. He was up to some funny business, would you say?
Yeah.
It's a good way.
He was basically taking all these little kids. Some of them were still like, I don't know, maybe like 2. And he was just taking them from their families and having them all live on this ranch out in Texas.
I want to see if I can find that
Like,
song.
what do you think he was doing with all those kids?
I mean, What do I
Like,
think?
he had to have done some gross shit with them.
Well,
you know it.
Well, babe, he did some gross shit. That's
Well,
what the tapes
I
are.
mean, I know, but like, I'm talking about like a 5-year-old little boy.
See,
like, I
you
feel
think
like-
you think he
like-
was doing stuff to boys?
Yeah, I do. I think he was just like a straight up hardcore pedophile.
Oh, 100%.
Like, just so gross. So yeah, I do think he also did stuff to boys.
Creepy. This music, they play it throughout the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think he may have been touching on some little boys.
And it was
I could
cool
see
how
that.
they got the perspectives of like people that had been in the FLDS and then left. And now they're just like, yeah, fuck it. Like,
Well, okay, so polygamy. He had like 86 wives, something absurd.
Crazy.
And then when he got accused, or there was a warrant put up for Warren's arrest, for assistant rapist. What was the charge? It was something.
assisting in child rape.
Yeah. So he fled and he took his 6 favorite wives to like Las Vegas and around the country and rented Harley Davidsons and shit. And they got to wear regular people clothes.
Like, do you think that the wives were still using their little fake voices that they had to put on? Their little keep sweet voices
Do you
when
have
they
a-
were on the run and she had, like the braids.
I'm sure it's hard to like kick. Because, okay, we talked about. So here's the thing. I'm going to ask you a question after we talk about all this. But how we were talking about how crazy it is that the people bought it, right? That they were like, he's a prophet.
Yeah.
This is that we're looking at Warren, but we're really looking at Rulon Jeffs right
Yeah,
now.
reincarnated.
Reincarnated through another person, which in
even though let's not forget the fact that Warren was like already around before Rulon died. So how can you reincarnate?
well, no, I think like his spirit took over. It like co-inhabitated
inside of
Warren's
him,
body. Yeah. Do you think
took
Rulon
over?
ever fucked Warren?
Probably.
Like as adults?
Probably.
As 2 consenting adult men?
Probably like, yeah, it was his son, and he probably did weird shit to him growing up.
Do you
and
think
that's why
Rulon was
Warren's
doing
such a
was
creep?
Was Rulon doing shit? He had to. Oh,
He
he
had
married.
child
Yeah, he
wives.
married like little kids. You're right.
He like set that norm.
Here's the thing: the people seem what you were saying. The people seem like they're nice people, right? Like most of them. The people in charge are the ones who are really taking advantage of the people who have just lived on the compound. It's like they went to regular high school and like learned how to manipulate people, and the
Yeah.
people on like living in the town, they like take over a town because it's like 10,000 people. I
And
don't
then
know.
when Warren was on the run, remember how like they would all have to give, they'd be like, okay, you have to give $3,000 to the church this week or whatever.
And they were sending him $300,000 a week while he was
Yeah.
on the run.
And that's crazy. And also, just think about how hard that would be when you have a family of, I don't know, like 30 kids. Like, how do they make the money?
Right. And
And feed all their kids and have that much money to still send to Warren Jeff so he can, like, be on the run.
it's a problem. It's weird.
And the fact that they're like, oh, yeah, Zion is this place that you go. It's a special place, blah, blah, blah. And then later to find out, oh, yeah, Zion is a place here on earth. Oh, yeah, it's in Texas.
Are you talking about Zion, babe?
Yeah. Like,
Oh, fuck, I have the whole song. Zion. Ja!
like if it was supposed to be this like special universe that you go to or whatever,
Yeah.
that's what it started
And
off
it just
as, and
turned
now
out
it
as a-
turned into this like just giant plantation in Texas. You're like,
was it Texas or was it Nevada? El Dorado. Is that
It
where
was
it
in
was?
Texas.
Oh, okay.
and you're just like, okay. Like, wouldn't you at that point kind of start to question like a lot of shit? Or if you were a mom and they took all your little daughters away from you,
I think by the time you get to Zion, you
but
should
then
have.
they were like, oh no, we don't want that one.
By the time you're walking into Zion, you should have been asking questions. Like, I hope I would have asked questions. I would have been that guy, the inventor.
I would hope that you would be asking those questions before you got there.
Right. I would be the guy who invented all the shit and had like a doctorate and then just was like, yeah, this is crazy. And then they just excommunicated him and took his kids. It's not funny, but there's something. He just was like, "Hey, this seems weird, right?" And then the next
Yeah.
day in church, they were like, "Get out."
Yeah, stand up. You're a traitor. Leave.
Okay, so the tapes are the thing that really bothered me the most. I think I would say
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
turn
We looked at each other like, oh shit.
because it's really wild because that's when it becomes like did you remember the part where you heard him breathing? Mm-hmm. That was awful.
That was disturbing.
And how about I don't know that to me was that was the payoff for the whole series. Is you're just like, holy shit, like that really makes you understand everything. You're just like, fuck.
So I just imagine like all these naked little girls just standing around him in this room, like
God.
while he's on this fucking twin-sized bed,
He's like,
raping this other girl,
and his direction is the bed needs to be big enough for me.
and only me.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Anyway, fuck Warren Jeffs. What? Hope you die in prison, a slow, painful death, or what?
Yeah, like hope you get like fucked to death.
Dude,
literally.
he goes to Gen Pop, and he would just get wrecked.
Oh yeah,
They would like keep him alive,
Like-
but they would just torture him.
his asshole would be like
Yeah.
outside of his body.
God, dude, fuck that guy, Warren Jeffs. Not a premium subscriber to our podcast. He would not like us anyway. He wouldn't like. Yeah, he would hate you, Kate.
Oh yeah, he'd be like, that bitch does not know how to keep sweet at
Kate's
all.
not keeping sweet.
Somebody needs to put her in line.
God. Okay, so we should probably move on from this.
Yeah.
So let's see. I got a bunch of things. I do have to tell you, I was severely, viciously attacked by a cat before we started recording this.
I don't feel bad for you.
It was.
You
I'll
go
get
after
through it.
him and you deserve it.
Yeah.
Like you deserve everything that he does to you.
So you had a thing happen to you this morning. Do you want to talk about it? Kate
Oh my god.
called me and yelled at me this morning. Do you want to tell him what you called and yelled at me about? And I was like driving to work.
I was like literally almost in tears.
It was 4:00 in the morning, and I just called Caitlin back to say like, hey, and you were so mad, and I was like so confused. I was like, what is happening? Why is she this upset?
I wasn't mad.
So
I was
anyway,
just
so
like,
set the scene. So last night you went to Topgolf,
yeah,
and I stayed home
yeah,
and watched Vice, which we'll talk about. Fucking great movie. And while you were at Topgolf, you had a couple drinks. You had some what? Pretzel bites? What'd you have?
No, I had chicken tenders.
Okay, so you had the tendies, the chicken tendies.
Yeah.
And a couple drinks, vodka drinks.
Yeah,
3?
yeah,
And then sugar, lots of sugar, right?
yeah.
Okay. Then you got home. Did you eat anything here?
No.
Okay. So you fall asleep on the couch, and I didn't see you drink any water. So you were severely dehydrated. And then I was getting up at, 2:45. I was starting to wake up, and I heard you start to come in to go to sleep. So I get ready, and I like kiss you goodbye, and then I leave, and then you call me probably, I don't know, 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later.
15 minutes
Okay,
later?
somewhere in there. And you said what?
Where's the plunger?
Okay. And then I told you where it was.
Or no, do we have a plunger?
Yeah.
I asked if we had one, and you're like, yes, we do.
Yeah, it's
It's
under.
under the sink in my bathroom. So I
Yes.
went into your bathroom, found the plunger. Because, yeah, I clogged the toilet. And
What? So what? You said it wasn't like a.
yeah, let me preface this by saying, like, it wasn't like a monster poop or
You
anything.
like dropped a cinder
Like,
block.
I don't know if I just like used too much toilet paper or what. Like, I was really tired last night. And
It's Kate on,
this is just
Kate on the
not
toilet.
this is not how I expected my day to go. But yeah, so when I woke up from the couch, I was really hot, and I just so I went to the bathroom, I got ready for bed, and then yeah, I said bye to you because you were already awake. And then after you left, I was like, I have to go to the bathroom, I think. So then I go to the bathroom, and I go to the bathroom, not a whole lot, but then I go to flush the toilet, and it just like gets clogged, and I'm like, fuck. So I try, like, you know, to just flush it again, like thinking like, oh, if I just try to flush it again, it's going to go down. No. Then it just fills up with more water. And I'm just like, oh, God. So then I call you and ask if we have the plunger. Then I go get the plunger, and then I go back in there.
Well, you know, if you would have given it a few minutes, the water level would have gone down quite a bit before you plunge. Because it's like a gravity thing. And even though the toilet's clogged, it's not clogged all the way. So some of the water can escape, because I didn't know that. And I had this in like one of my first apartments, and it was a total mess. I was like, fuck, because I didn't know that the water slowly kind of drips down.
Good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then it just filled up with more water. Anyway, so then I have the plunger, and I'm like trying to plunge, and nothing's happening. And I'm just like, why the fuck does this plunger have like a little lip at the bottom? I was like, the handle's so short. This looks like it's for a sink.
No.
So then I called Grant. I was like, this is a sink plunger.
No.
And he's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
It's made for multiple, like, different sizes. That's why it goes up. So, because, yeah. Like, no, so it just creates like a seal down in the thing. So
well, because you know how sink plungers have shorter handles,
Yeah.
and they have that little lip thing. Yeah. So it looks like a sink plunger.
That's an action plunger. The one we do have a really nice plunger.
So I was like, all right, this isn't fucking working. And I'm like literally almost in tears at this point, because I just want to go to bed. Like, this is fucking a terrible situation, and I'm really thoroughly grossed out. And I just wish that I didn't have to deal with this right now. And so then finally, after a couple more tries, then I finally get it to go down. And I was like, oh, thank God. But yeah, it was very... Oh, no. Meanwhile,
I called you back at some point.
Yeah, because in the middle of me plunging, I thought I had gotten it. Because I heard like a noise kind of, and I was like, okay, I think I got it, but nothing really happened. So then I went to go flush it again, and then the water just goes up even higher. So at this point, it is like to the fucking brim. I'm like scared to even plunge anymore, because I think that it's just going to start dripping out the fucking sides.
Because of displacement.
Thankfully, it didn't, though.
Science.
And then after like 2 more tries, then it finally went down, and I was just like so relieved. But then afterwards, I was like Cloroxing every surface in the house, like all the door handles, like the plunger, like the inside of the plunger, like just, and then I washed my hands for like 2 minutes straight.
I had to use a plunger like a week ago after a family dinner with Kate's family. Yeah. It was in the next day though. And yeah, it was bad. But there's nothing as satisfying as when it goes, and then it goes, and then it goes, and just all sucks down.
Yeah, like it's one of the biggest reliefs ever.
Yeah, you're like, fucking thank God.
It's even more relieving than pooping.
Hey, so not to side tangent topic change here.
No, that's fine. I was done with that anyway.
So it's weird. That I found a band from Tempe, Arizona. It was just recommended on my iTunes or on my YouTube Music. And they're from Tempe, and I want to hear it's like 3 guys. Okay. They're called Injury Reverse. Okay. But yeah, Tempe's like right down the street. Yeah. And it's interesting that this gets recommended, because it doesn't usually recommend local music, so this must be somebody reasonably famous.
Or they've just gotten a lot better at tracking where you are.
Oh, good thinking. Let's see. This song is called Knees, and it's off the album By the Time I Get to Phoenix.
Okay.
Knees hurting when I grow, and that's a tough pill to swallow.
I kind of fucking love it. Hold on, let's see. So, do you know who Amani is?
I do not.
You don't know who Amani is?
Wait, is he the one who sings that "Fuck You" song?
No, I don't think so. He might. Let me see here.
I think that's like Iman.
This is our mute. This is our. Oh no, that's Iman. Fuck what you said.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I was like, that guy.
Amani has a song called, I think it's Caroline.
Bad
things. Fine as hell.
Oh, I've heard
Thick
this
as
song
fuck.
Oh my
before.
God.
That's my babe. Yeah, dude.
Never lying.
Okay, so this is Amani. So apparently they did a song with Amani.
Fuck it, jailbreak the Tesla.
Kate has her headphones off and her hair is tangled in the headphones. Do you need help?
Yeah. Thank you.
Kate had a very... I've been in radio for 10 years, Kate.
Yeah.
And what just happened, I have never, ever seen before. Her hair got tangled into both cups of the earphone and behind the actual
I don't know.
cup.
I literally don't know.
And she was taking out and she was stuck and it looked painful. It looked very painful.
Yeah, my hair was definitely really stuck. Thank you
Jesus
for
Christ.
helping.
Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah, let's get back. Let's check out Injury Reverse. And this is Jailbreak the Tesla featuring Amani. Okay.
Two for MySpace, yo. Had the iPod touch with the red snow. City up, but you could pirate all the apps, though. They would have security cams by the back doors. Nigga, this was LimeWire on crack, though. The touch was anything you could have asked for. Jailbreaking the 80 was hot shit, yeah.
I like it.
Do the same for the
Yeah.
wood, yeah. Turn the X into a
Me too.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, so I guess I'm sure a lot of people know who these guys are. Yeah. It seems like a lot of people know who these
What are
guys
they
are.
called again?
They're called Injury Reverse. Yeah, it's sick. Hell yeah, guys. Very cool. If you ever want to come on the podcast,
Let us know.
let us know, fellas, boys.
Injury reverse.
So Mikey Peterson. We finished Staircase.
We did.
And
He's free.
it's funny because so I'm not spoiling anything, I don't think. But there's a fight between his new gal, Sophie, and him when he first gets out. Where
Yeah.
he like explodes. And Colin Firth is he's a powerhouse. He's a great actor.
He's a powerhouse.
Right?
Yeah,
He's
no.
one of America's finest actors.
Yeah, he's well, okay. He's British, but
I disagree.
I think that he is probably one of America's finest actors.
He was born in Apache Junction. But no, that scene where he fucking screams.
I remember my parents made me watch The King's Speech.
That's a great movie.
And I was like, fuck, this is going to be the worst movie ever. And I was like,
awesome.
oh my God, this is so good.
Yeah, he's such a, yeah.
So good. But yeah, I was annoyed because I had to watch that movie with my parents.
So, but there's that scene where he fucking blows up and yells at her and screams and is like, I'm not going to Paris. And he's like, rah!
Yeah, he doesn't want to move to Paris.
Yeah, and then Sophie, you see her, the actress, figure out Michael Peterson would eventually try and kill her.
Like,
shit.
maybe he did kill Kathleen.
Right, and I've edited all this video, and
I've
yeah,
just
there's
spent
some
like 10 years of my life.
there's some weird stuff, but also the fact that I don't know if it came out in the documentary. I can't remember if it was a thing that he actually said about how Kathleen didn't know that he was fooling around with the boys.
Yeah, I don't know if that was...
He was on the DL.
Or if that was just some extra flair.
Well, because I feel like if they did it, because they made it a point that was a big thing.
Yeah, maybe he did.
And I don't know, because I feel like it would have to be in the documentary, unless that was done and they haven't updated it or something. But he, and then when he just point blank,
Unseen footage.
when he point blank says, "Did you kill Kathleen?"
It's a horrible tragedy.
No,
or
he said it
whatever.
was a terrible accident.
Terrible accident.
Or something.
That's
And
what it
it's just
was.
like, whoa. Even
like,
I know it's not real.
You're
like-
like, so you did kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what you would say if you were trying to avoid a yes or no.
Like,
And
oh, we got into a fight and I accidentally pushed her and she fell. And
Or, yeah,
it was
she
a
was-
terrible accident.
Yeah, she was drinking and just fell down the stairs, I guess. And got 7 giant fucking lacerations in the back of her head.
Yeah.
Do you want me? I have the crime book.
Oh.
Big Ideas, Simply Explained. And it's a big book of crime.
So does this just is this all about how you would commit crimes? Like, what does it tell you?
Yeah, it tells you how to commit crime.
Here's a crowbar.
So
to
no,
best
so
use.
what's cool is it's in sections, and the sections are. Let me just go to the index here. La 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 la.
Does it have pictures?
Yeah. It's
Lots of
Yeah, it's
pictures?
basically like a textbook. So they have bandits, robbers,
Robert?
robbers and arsonists, con artists, white collar crimes, organized crime, kidnapping and extortion, murder cases, serial killers, assassinations, and political plots.
I like white collar crime.
So it's white collar crime. White. I could have just looked at the page. Okay, white collar crime. Are we talking more recent?
Yeah.
Bernie Madoff. Well, and see here. So, Kate, yeah, it's literally like a social studies textbook.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, they like basically they'll break down like all these really famous crimes. Like I'm looking at Enron right now, the Enron scandal, which those boys were doing some weird stuff. You got to think that that's happening now with some gas prices and stuff, right? They're just like, because so Enron basically, they kind of came out that Enron was they were an energy company. They sold like energy futures and shit like that. They were like one of the first people, and like nobody really knew what that meant, and still it's tough to get your head around. And they were causing rolling blackouts in California to drive up prices of energy. And like they have audio recordings of them basically shutting down like power grids
Just to do it on purpose.
to raise stock prices. Yes.
Because it was the scarcity.
Yes.
Like a scarcity tactic.
100%.
basically.
So, yeah, actually Enron.
Well, I mean, isn't that like whatever, like with everything right now, with inflation being so high, I feel like every company is raising their prices and stuff.
Oh, I mean, definitely.
Couldn't you call that price gouging?
Truthfully, I don't really know. I always thought price gouging was like everybody, there's a shortage, and so you charge like for gas, right? Is that what it is? Like, so like, okay, fuck, I'm pretty high. I just realized these edibles we took just kicked in. What were we just talking about? Scarcity. Anyway, you know what I thought would be funny? It's like, you know, you see all these advertisements for Pride and stuff,
Yes.
which we support.
Everywhere, because
Yeah.
it's Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
Which, happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. I thought it would be funny if, like, people in the South who have, like, or, you know, let's face it, there's some folks who have no idea what Pride Month means, right? There's probably some folks listening. Hopefully there's.
American Pride?
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, dang, shoot, I'm proud that I fixed my lawnmower just right this month. Because it's about to get hot and that grass just keeps growing. And it's like,
Or maybe some people probably think it's just, like pride, proud to be an American in preparation for the 4th of July.
I just imagine. Do you remember those lights? Oh, rock. Do you remember those Ford commercials? Hold on. Yeah.
I never felt that strong like a rock.
Yes, I do. Those were Fords?
I think it was Ford.
No, that was like Chevy or something.
I was 18.
Have you ever heard this song? You know, there's a song. It's not just like a jingle. This
Like
is,
it's an entire 3-minute
This is Bob Seger.
3-minute
Hold on,
song.
let's listen to Chevy.
Leaning, solid everywhere.
Like a rock. Ooh, fuck, man, I'm fired up. Chevrolet trucks like a rock. Yeah,
Did I
good
say
one.
Chevy? It's that marketing brain, babe.
Dude, this song
Walk had purpose.
is fucking great.
Quick and light.
I just want to hear. We fucking started it.
Like a rock.
I want the drums to kick
But
in.
like he just made this for advertising purposes only.
No, this is like a Bob Seger's. Like they
And
just
then they
bought
just
it. Yeah,
like adopted it as
yeah.
their marketing.
They like paid him like rights.
Gotcha. I thought it was like, because you know how sometimes like artists will like create songs for especially movies,
Sure.
like specifically for a movie or whatever.
Like what? Give me one.
I don't know. I can't think of one off the top
I'm
of my
trying
head.
to think of the last song.
There's not a song that they've created specifically for movies.
Well, okay. I don't know. Well,
Like-
I mean,
Like intro songs to movies and shit.
well, but you mean like an actual song, like an artist? I don't know. Like who? Hold on. Songs written
21
for
Pilots, didn't they make a song for a movie?
Heathens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
There's my example.
was that written for specifically that song?
I mean, I thought
Or that
it
movie.
was.
Like,
I thought it was.
like a rock, dude. I'm so happy we're listening to this.
Well, I'm gonna feel real dumb if it's not.
What?
If it wasn't written specifically for that movie.
Let's see.
Are you looking
I don't
it
want to
up?
go to Heathens because I'm enjoying this too much.
You don't have to. You can't just like keep playing this in the background.
I guess I can open up another tab. Heathens. Was Heathens made for Suicide Squad? Heathens. Musical duo released, the lead single. I don't know. Like that's an interesting thing. Like,
Or is it just like they released it and like
it was a
it's-
song they had? Like they probably
they had it in their catalog and then they were just like, oh yeah, here, use this one. This will be good.
According, okay, critical reception, commercial performance. I don't know. That's really interesting. I haven't actually thought about that. Like there has to be artists who do that. I know like Kenny Loggins, like all his songs are fucking movies. Do you know who
Yeah.
Kenny Loggins is?
No. Or just like theme songs for different shows. I feel like some of those had to have been like done by famous people.
I agree. Kenny Loggins.
So stop trying to act like I'm crazy.
No, I'm not acting like you're crazy.
And I'm
I'm just
just
saying
making
I've never
shit up.
I've never thought about it. So okay. So like a rock, dude.
Well, because they make jingles for advertising purposes,
Yeah.
so it's not far off for them to make a song that.
Charging from the gate.
I'm just kidding, babe. Babe. Caitlin's mad now. I just ruined the episode, guys.
Done.
No, you know what song? Okay, so yeah, here, Kate. Kenny Loggins. Here you go. This song, Danger Zone,
Oh yeah.
Top Gun.
Yeah, I know.
This song, Footloose. This song, Over the Top. Dude, all his songs go to movies. That must be his thing. Sweetheart,
I'm listening.
what are you looking up?
Maybe that's what he does. He literally just creates songs and sells them to producers.
You know what song?
Hollywood movie producers.
You know what song rules? But I haven't heard it since it came out, so it might suck.
Biggest boss and I've been a Trillis.
Do you know this song, Kate?
I'm a bigger problem when I click with Skrillex. Murder on my mind, it's time to pray to God.
Who is this?
My revolver's not religious,
who's
the
rapping?
revolution's
Rick Ross.
born. You
And
wanna know
Skrillex?
my name?
Yeah.
Go and tell us all. You wanna know
Hold on, I want the hook.
Suicide Squad. Drugs every corner, this is Gotham City lurking.
Dude, listen to that. Listen to this. So,
Drugs every corner, this is Gotham City. Killer Croc.
Gotham
Killer
City.
Croc. Yeah, so he wrote Gotham and he wrote Killer Croc. This song had to have been written just for the movie.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. That's really interesting. Oh, this shit.
Ain't no mercy. Ain't no mercy.
Okay.
But yeah, and so there is an example, and just here's another example of the creating a song for marketing only.
Okay.
That ELF brand, Eyes Lips Face,
Okay.
they made like a TikTok music video and a song specifically for that.
This song? Do you know this song?
No.
Do that thing with your eyes. Let me see them lips. Attitude and give me face. Eyes, lips, face. Wait. Who you got that drip in
If-
your debate?
If the Real Housewives of Dubai were a song, it would be this.
Like this to make them cry.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's their energy. Right?
You gon' always know I'm in the place. Tryna catch a little bit.
But those women, I thought it couldn't get any worse, babe. And then I saw the Real Housewives of Dubai. And I said, oh, we're in trouble.
Shut up.
The world is in trouble, guys.
You're in trouble
I am so beautiful.
if you keep talking shit.
I am.
Yeah, that Nigerian one is a bit much.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
She thinks very highly of herself. We'll just say that.
Did you see that Post Malone came out this week and said he's
gay?
No, I said he came out and said, you didn't let me finish my statement. But he came out and said that at one point he was smoking like 80 cigarettes a day.
Jesus, that's 4 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, right. And now he's down
Oh my God.
to about 40.
So 2 packs.
2 packs a day. So if you got the money and you want to smoke, that's fucking great.
Yeah, like, do you think that he smokes every single cigarette to completion?
No.
Because, like, I guarantee there are probably times where he, like, lights it up and takes, like, one hit, like, one puff, and he's just, like, puts it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's got to walk into somewhere or whatever.
Did you see you talked about it a little bit before we started recording, the tamp shortage?
Yeah. I just found out about it today.
Kate's fired up.
Well, I'm just, like, scared. I'm very scared.
You said you.
That's
you
one
don't
thing
wanna
that I
run out
cannot. Yeah, I cannot run out of that. I cannot run out of toilet paper.
You said something specific. You need plastic applicators.
Yeah. So I've heard that that's one of the things that there's the shortage of is the plastic applicator. So they've been getting harder and harder to find. So now I've just told Grant that every time I see like a box, like tampons and going around a store or whatever, I'm just going to start stocking up. So by the end of this year, I might have like 45 boxes of tampons, but it's okay.
Well, I just don't want you to run out of plastic applicators.
Neither do I, because if I have to wear a fucking Diva cup,
Ugh.
it's going to be bad for both of us.
Ugh. So gross.
I just can't. I can't. And then, like, ugh, what do you do when you're cleaning it?
I don't know. Do you use your toothbrush to clean your Diva cup?
Well, I mean, like, you just you just bleed while you're cleaning out your Diva cup?
Well, I think you wait.
Or do you just...
Or no, you get in the bathtub because doesn't it? You stop bleeding when you're wet?
What?
Is that one? I heard that one time.
I mean,
Dude,
I don't think
wait.
that's really true.
When women are around water, do they stop their periods?
I think it's just like...
Is that a urban legend?
That is an urban
Like if you go into the water,
legend.
you're not. If you like go swimming, you're not gonna have period
you stop
stuff.
to, like, if you are on your period and you go swimming, you have to wear a tampon.
Holy shit!
Like, you're gonna...
Where did I hear that from?
What?
What did I?
Where do you hear this?
Hold on. Google
These lies.
What is it? Periods in water myth. Your period stops when you get in water. It's a 10 on the. It's on the 10 period myths that are actually completely false. Your period stops when you get in the water. It's false. Don't fall for the myth and get yourself into a sticky situation. Your period doesn't slow down or stop in water. It just may not flow outside the vagina because of the counter pressure of the water, says Dr. a name I cannot pronounce. So cool. I didn't just come up with that out of nowhere.
So, like, basically, if you're hanging out by the pool and,
you
like, you get out or whatever, or, like,
it just goes.
I mean, like, yeah, you need to wear a tampon.
Yeah, that's really funny. How did I even hear that?
That's really funny.
Like
I've never heard that.
For about 4 seconds, I was really concerned. I just made that up and was like,
I have never heard that myth, but that's funny that's like one of the biggest period myths.
that's how much I know about
If
period.
your period stops in water. That's so fucking funny.
It's wild.
Like, who made that up?
I don't know. I guess it's
Jesus Christ. I mean, I could see maybe like if while you're in the bathtub, because like sometimes when you're sitting
We all
down.
remember the first time that we
Whoa.
Oh,
got our
hello.
periods. Here's my story. Every day after school,
I remember
we
the
would
first
just
time I
go
got
to
my
gymnastics.
period.
Gymnastics was our entire life. We grew up in the gym.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Like, literally.
I was gonna say literally.
We were at practice one day, and
I remember I noticed it before you did, actually.
Okay, I'm trying to read this article without hearing that horseshit. Okay, so it says here, periods attract shark attacks in oceans. This is not true. Sharks will not smell the blood on you and come attack you. There's no scientific evidence that suggests that women are more susceptible to shark attacks or bear attacks, for that matter, while menstruating. Attributed to the same doctor. I can't pronounce. Another myth. You're supposed to get your period by insert age here. There is no normal, Kate.
No
No normal. You can't get pregnant when you have your period. Myth. While uncommon, while uncommon, it can happen. Okay. If you miss your period, you're pregnant. Pregnancy is the most common reason for missed period, but there are other reasons. It could go MIA, stress, illness, and changes. I like how most of our subscribers are like moms.
And they're like, yeah, I fucking know.
And I'm just
You
like,
idiot.
I'm like,
Grant's just educating himself for the
I'm like-
first time over here. He's just learning loads of new information. And we're all just like bored to death.
a tampon can get lost in your vagina. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had to fish it out?
No, that has never happened to me. But I actually know that people who have gotten their tampon
I
up
know,
there so
yeah.
far that they've had to go and get it taken out by a doctor.
Yeah, I've actually known a couple of people that's happened to. So
Yeah.
I think that myth is false, ladies. I'm just going to say that. As the authority here.
You're like, it's true.
Yeah. Let's see.
I know
No
for
one
example.
actually gets toxic shock syndrome.
No, that's false.
Yeah, that is 100% false. That happens a lot.
Yeah, no, I remember when I was probably like 17. I think it was on 17 magazine back when that was still around.
Yeah.
And it was this article about this girl who got toxic shock syndrome, and she had to get one of her legs amputated.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and she was like in her early 20s.
PMS is all in
But
your
she
head.
left her tampon in for like 3 days.
It's what is it, hours?
Well, it says on the packaging you're not supposed to leave a tampon in for more than 8 hours.
Every 90 seconds you have to change your
Oh my
tampon.
God. Jesus.
You're just like, whoof.
Your vagina's going to just be like
Yeah.
rubbed raw.
PMS is all in your head. This is a myth. Those mood swings and cravings you feel, ladies, just before your period arrives, totally real and totally normal. Phew. Okay, let's see.
Grant, do you feel better now?
I do. It's unhealthy to skip your period. This is also a myth. It's gross to have sex on your period. Myth.
Do whatever you're comfortable
Yeah.
with. Is that what it says?
As long as you and your partner feel comfortable and use protection. You're both, as long as you're both holding handguns. Or just, yeah. It's protection, babe.
Yeah, I get it.
You're knife fighting. You have like butterfly knives. What do you want for dinner tonight? Sweetness. Beautiful.
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like hungry today, but then, my stomach has been upset.
Did you see Charlie Sheen's 18-year-old daughter started an OnlyFans?
Ooh, no.
Yeah. And for
I mean, I'm sure you did though, because you're
Well, no.
you're a frequenter.
No, I heard on the John Jane Rich show today that that Charlie was pissed at Denise Richards and was like, "Hey, you got to stop this."
A lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but I feel like, yeah, ever since like COVID and shit, there are quite a few people on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I would say that's
Like there are a couple of people that I went to high school with that were like, my OnlyFans. And I'm just like, oh, God.
for $75 a month. Do you know what's funny is like if OnlyFans was like Patreon, where you see how many people subscribe, that'd be hilarious. Like,
I'm sure you
like
do.
publicly. No, what I'm saying is publicly.
Oh.
Where it shows on your front page. It's like $5 and you have one subscriber. It's your parents. They're just trying to be
Oh
supportive.
my God.
Just like, just tip her.
Well, some people are like, I don't do anything like that on my OnlyFans. Sure.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like they will say that. I'll do an OnlyFans. And you go there and it's just like, here's me in a sweater. Like, I feel like that's a big thing. The bait and switch. Like, I duped you out of your $5 or whatever.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Like you think they're going to be all sexy or whatever, but it's not.
Here's me eating a ham sandwich.
Ugh. Oh my God. Have you ever seen that video of, it's like one of those ASMR videos and it's this lady eating a huge dill pickle.
Yeah. I've seen, I don't know if I've seen that one, but I've seen it. And she doesn't make that noise.
And just all the noises that are associated with it. I'm like, how is this enjoyable for anybody?
Pickles roll.
It's like the most obnoxious sounds in the world.
We went on a family walk. What night was that? Saturday night? Your family's in town, your extended family?
Yeah, my aunt and my cousins from Pennsylvania are here.
And I was walking with your grandma and with your aunt, right?
Yeah, you were in the slow crew.
Yeah, I was just like, I'll hang back with these nice people. And so I was just back there walking with them.
Oh, I
and
think I know where you're going with this.
Did anyone bring up anything to you?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Because so it just started, the gap started to get bigger. And then I don't know what happened, but I think I was over caffeinated, and I just was like, do you guys know how many people the Clintons have killed? And I just started, rambling off this thing. Then I brought up 9/11.
Oh God.
In Pennsylvania, and I was just
God.
like, and then after about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, I just was like, I should probably chill out on all this.
Is that why you were so fired up with the neighbors?
No. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Grant. I then at one point hung back a little bit so they could catch up. Because I was like, Jesus, I haven't seen Grant this entire walk. So I wanted to walk with him for a little bit. And I catch up to him, or he catches up to me, I guess I should say. And then there are these people in their driveway. And it looks like they're maybe selling a camper van they have, because
I thought it was somebody visiting that was staying. Yeah, he drove across country in it or something.
I don't know, but he's there's a guy and he's showing these other people in the driveway all his, I don't know.
He's got an Astro van converted to it's almost
cool stuff in his van
with a bed, and it's like a place to sleep. Basically. Yeah.
So he's showing them this, and they're all out in the driveway, and we're, I don't know, maybe 3 feet from them, because we're on the sidewalk right in front of their driveway. And Grant says hello.
I make eye contact. Yeah, I make eye contact with the lady, and I go, hey.
And then I guess neither one of them, I didn't see.
There were 5 people out there.
They didn't wave or say anything back.
No one acknowledged me. Not one little bit of acknowledgement.
Grant waits until he's about I don't know, 5 steps away. So definitely still within earshot of these people. And he's like, well, fuck them then. And I'm just like, oh my God, you need to not do that.
I mean, babe, they were just...
Yeah, but you can't just make other people in uncomfortable, potentially dangerous situations because you're pissed off that they didn't say hi to you. And then that's why I told Grant, I was like, that's why it's just so much easier to just not say hi to people. Just don't be friendly.
I guess.
Because then you don't have to get mad when they don't wave back.
But yeah, you're probably right. I was all fired up about 9/11.
Yeah, you probably stopped talking about the Clinton. I didn't know you had just finished talking about the Clintons, so now it all makes sense.
Dude, I brought up Bill Gates. I just went down all these rabbit holes.
Oh, good Lord.
I feel bad. Sorry, Meg and Tess.
They're probably Grant's fucking crazy.
Speaking of.
But no, they didn't say anything to me about it.
Oh, that's good. I want to play. Did you ever see the movie Vice with Christian Bale as Dick Cheney?
I did not.
I think what's supposed to happen is when you watch that movie, you're supposed to be like, man, Dick Cheney's a real bad dude or something, right? I mean, maybe he probably is. Who knows? I don't know the guy.
I'm sure they are.
But that's probably the point of the documentary, is to be like, fuck Dick Cheney. Anyway, the movie ends. And I'm like, this guy is fucking awesome. And I think Christian Bale's very charismatic as Dick Cheney. But I want to play this speech real quick. This is how the movie ends. Dick Cheney, after everything that's happened, he looks into the camera, and then this happens.
I can feel your recriminations and your judgment, and I am fine with it. You want to be loved, you'll be a movie star. The world is as you find it. You got to deal with that reality. and there are monsters in this world. We saw 3,000 innocent people burned to death by those monsters, and yet you object when I refuse to kiss those monsters on the cheek and say pretty please. You answer me this: what terrorist attack would you have let go forward so you wouldn't seem like a mean and nasty fella? I will not apologize for keeping your family safe. And I will not apologize for doing what needed to be done so that your loved ones can sleep peaceably at night.
He sounds like Batman.
Has been my honor.
He is Batman. Babe.
Well, I
be your
know,
servant.
but
Hell yeah. Do you want to start the podcast now?
hilarious.
All right. Hey, what's up? Welcome to How to Become a Terrible Person Premium.
This is Grant.
It's Grant. I'm joined by Kate.
Nice girl.
Yep. Very nice.
So, what are we having for dinner, Kate?
I don't know.
Okay. What sounds good to you, Kate?
Salad, soup,
Okay.
burger.
From where? Start naming places, babe.
Too much fucking shit on me. I can't
Cafe
breathe.
Mix, Cafe Rio, Kneaders, In-N-Out, Smash Burger.
Kneaders doesn't sound bad.
I didn't come in your burrito.
There are my options for you.
Yeah, I'd be down with
Give
that.
you
I
like
think.
6, so.
Did you come in it?
What? Kate's got to pee.
Did you come in my burrito?
So, all right, Kate. Let me do something real quick.
I'm just dancing awkwardly in my chair, so. It's the pee dance.